So I got back last night from an incredible trip to Spain to visit one of my sons who's studying abroad there. And I'm talking to the driver because I just always get into these conversations and somehow they just tell me everything. And he's telling me how his parents got divorced because the father cheated and then the mother cheated and then they got divorced. Okay. So then he gets married and does the same thing. And he's talking about how he was so anxious and had such problems growing up since the divorce. And then he did the same thing. And his daughter now is struggling so much that she can't work. She's 20 or 21. She can't work. She could barely leave the house. And it's been a couple of years. Now, here's the thing. You have an opportunity when something happens to you to do exactly what you learned or to stop and say, I'm going to do something different. And I'll show you how this works. There were some things that I did not like, did not resonate with me when I was growing up. And then I was pregnant with my first and I said, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to act like I'm dyslexic, meaning when something happens, the automatic response would be to just regurgitate what I was taught and do the same. But instead, I'm going to act like the message is completely jumbled up and I have to unjumble it before words come out of my mouth. And because of that, I changed how I would have normally done things had I not chosen that specific new way to do something. It is so easy to do what you learned, right? It's like, that's what you know, that's what you do. However, you have an opportunity. Like, here's the choice point right here. Do what you know, which will take you down a very familiar path, or stop, take a second and say, wait a second, I don't like the outcome of that. Let me do something entirely different, which will lead to a different way. And here's the thing. When that well-worn path, you know it so well, but like imagine let's say it snows and there's a well-worn path and you just keep walking that same way, but it doesn't take you anywhere great. And then there's an opportunity where you're like, you've been down that road 1,000 times, you know where it takes you. And you say, okay, well, you know what? I don't like that. I'm going to pave a new path. And you do. Will it be rocky and unstable and maybe you'll slip and fall? Yes. But if you continue to walk down that new path and you refuse to go down that old one, eventually it will be as well-worn as the first and it'll take you to somewhere so much better. So just like this guy last night who was at the mercy of, here he is so anxious and crazy and all these things he was saying because of his parents' divorce. And then he goes ahead, gets married, does the same thing, and now he's watching the impact on his daughter. What would happen if he chose to deliberately and intentionally choose a different path? The choice is always yours. Yes, the automatic response is to do what you know, but it takes intentionally and deliberately doing something different in order to have a very, very different result. Anyway, I coached him a little bit. I hope it helped, and I hope this helps you.